What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be taking a look at the charts and talk a little bit about what I'm expecting here within the next couple days, maybe, and why. We're going to take a close look at the charts. I want to point out a few things. I'm going to zip through this kind of quick. As you guys know, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. We're leaving tomorrow. I will get a morning video out for you tomorrow before we leave. But anyways, let's get into it. So a lot of people have been asking, can we confirm this is the B wave? To confirm that, I will be waiting, just like over here. If you've watched these videos from way back here when we were at 42, right at about 41.7, we had got our two wave right here. If you guys watch this back in May 18th, we were looking at it as a possible ABC. And if we broke the 41.7, then we were in 3, down to 30,050 or 30,500, which it hit almost exactly. And then up to wave 4 around 41.7 again. And then we had our fifth wave down. So what we're looking for is that wave 2 here for a confirmation. When will that happen? We're going to talk about that. As you can see, we had our first dip over here. And if we look closely at this wick here, when we had our big dump, just like we had here, you can see people are talking about bullish divergence. If you go from this low here, right here, we had the same thing. We had hidden bullish divergence right here, just like we did up here. And we still had a few more days of consolidation and then one more drop, which is most likely what we're going to see here. One more drop in the next, maybe by the end of the week, maybe this weekend. Maybe by the end of the week, maybe this weekend, we get our wave 2. As you can see, the wave 2 took a while, probably, let's see, about April 21st, May 10th, about 3 weeks. So if we do get this dump, we could have a 3 weeks moon boy going to 100,000 rally again, just like we had here. And then we get a wave 3 down. Then we get a wave 4 up, going to the moon again. And then we get a wave 5 down. We'll talk about this in a little bit more depth here in a minute, but I want to point out where we're at right now. We are getting rejected at the 0.5 fib right here. If we close below this 46.8, chances are within the next few days we will have more downside. One thing I will be looking for here, if you notice in the RSI, thanks for all of you supporting the channel and the members. I do want to remind you that I'm going to try to do the members videos this weekend, but I can't guarantee it because I'm not sure how the Wi-Fi will be up where we're staying. Oh, one more thing, guys. Don't forget, take a second out, smash that like button right here under the video. I do appreciate it. There's 400 people, only 118 likes, and I'm one of them. So anyways, definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and smash those thumbs up. Also, turn your notifications on. That'll get you notified when I post new videos. But anyways, so this is why I keep our lines in here. You can see this descending channel where we broke out over here. And I do believe, if you look here, we had this little lip up after our first dump back here in April. And we had this lip up here, which was our wave 2. I'm sorry, that wasn't wave 2. Let me go back. Let me pull this down so you can see. So this was our first dump here. And then we had a bear flag form here, which I believe is probably what we're doing over here. We had this little blip up here and then continued down. So what I'm expecting, and again, this is speculation, guys. This is just what I'm seeing in the charts. There's another pop up and then come down to retest this trend line, which would make for wave 2. And then we get our wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5, which could be maybe the end of this year, beginning of next, if this plays out the way we've been talking. I do want to show you guys too, as you guys seen, everybody got really super bullish. And if you listen here, we talked about that way back here. I'll show you real quick. This is what I'm looking at. And I do believe if this plays out, a lot of people will be getting super bullish again and buying in while big money sells into them and pushes. We talked about that. Seems to be playing out beautifully. Is it guaranteed? Nothing's guaranteed in the markets, but damn, this has been playing out beautifully if you've been around. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at there, guys. Let's go over to our next charts. This chart is pretty much the same thing. This is if this B wave did end and we do get our wave 2 confirmation within the next few weeks, and then we get our 3, blah, blah, blah. 16.5 would be the best case scenario, in my opinion. We could go much, much lower. But anyways, let's take this Fibonacci off here. We're going to move these lines over, and I'm going to take a look at that last dump and show you some similarities. So this was the first dump here back in April. And if we put the Fibonacci retracements just from this first part of the dump, right, we'll start up here at the 64,000, and then we'll go down to the bottom of that wick right here. Let's zoom in so you guys can see this. And as you can see, we didn't quite get up to the 0.5 fib. Let's put this, let's get these where they're supposed to be now that we're zoomed in. All right, so we didn't quite get up to it right here on this next candle after this big wick, but there's the 0.5 fib. And we did not get back above that. Like I said, we consolidated here for a few days and then continued down. Then we got our 2 or 3 weeks here of upside, which was the wave 2. And then once that was finished, let's put this down here to the wave 2 and see where that wave 2 went. So this is wave 1. This would be wave 2. And again, just above the 0.618, below the 0.786. So now we're going to do the same thing to where we're at now. I hope you guys are paying attention. A lot of people don't like to pay attention, but those of you that do benefit from it. So let's take a look at here from the top, just like we did over there. The bottom of this big half wick, just like we did over there. And looking at it here, we are just below. Let me get this over so you can see it. We're in the same spot, just below the 0.5 fib. Let me get this circle off here. Is this making sense to you guys? I hope this is making sense to you guys. So anyways, so what would we expect here? A few days of consolidation, just like we had last time, and then another drop down. This would, again, it doesn't have to mirror exactly. This is giving us an idea of what to expect. And then after that next big drop, then we would look for a couple weeks of upside to, who knows? It depends on where it bottoms out. Let's say it bottoms out at 30. Let's go as far as, let's do this. Let's do a measured move and act like it created a bull flag. And this would, let's say it broke here for shits and giggles. So that would be around the 36,000 range. If that was the case, our wave 2 would be a few weeks and maybe get us back up to that 47, 48. Now, I said something on Twitter this morning not a lot of people enjoyed. I'm going to say it again. This is my thoughts, my opinion, but I don't believe we'll see above 53,000 again this year. That's my opinion. We'll see what happens. Let's see how it plays out. We will keep updated on the markets daily, but that's what I'm thinking so far. Now, let's take a look at this distribution pattern that we called back here, right here on March 24th. This is what it would look like if it plays out and we go to that 63 or 64,000. Bam. Let's look at that. So it's almost identical, a little fractal here. Everybody was screaming accumulation here this whole time. I have been screaming redistribution, and it is exactly what it looks like is happening still, in my opinion. Just redistribution, the same as this distribution, but this is redistribution. They got everyone bullish, did a bull trap, sucked everyone back in like they sucked them in here and then pull them back down. We drew this in yesterday of what it may look like. We could get something like this. But again, we'll be watching, and until wave 2 is made and confirmed, once that happens and we get something like this, then we can look for wave 3, just like we did last time. let's see what else we want to look at. Okay, so here's another. Here is a, well, let me look at the, you can see this drop, this wave one right here. Remember, it came all the way down to here. So that was the first drop right here. Made a low on the RSI. We popped back up, and then we came and made a higher low, but it made a lower low here. That gave us our wave two. That's what we're going to be looking for over here. Like I said, we may not get the wave two for weeks, but we should get a higher low here and a lower low up there. And then we'll get our wave two and then continue down just like we did over here. If this plays out, as you can see, we're below the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, just like we are here. We were doing the same thing here. Now let's take a look over here. If you guys follow my EMA strategy, if you don't, head over to my page, scroll down to the right here, EMA strategy. There's some other strategies in there you might want to check out. Shows you how to use the EMAs, RSI, things like that. Also, Prime XBT, my favorite exchange. There's a tutorial here. In this tutorial, it teaches you how to use your margin, how to adjust your margin. A lot of people don't get it on Prime. It's actually really simple if you watch the video. And you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. Those promos will last for 30 days. When they're done, since you don't need a KYC, you can just start another Prime account and you can ship your money over there using my promo codes again, renewing them. So anyways, let's get on with it and show you what I was trying to show you. So what we had here is basically in this wave one, we had 5 waves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is how these always work out. Each set of waves, if you're familiar with Elliott wave, has more waves within them. That's why you get these bounces up and everybody gets bullish, or you know, when we're in a downtrend or uptrend, we get bounces down and everybody gets bearish. Same thing. It just happens over and over and over. But what we're going to look at here is after we had that big dump here, you can see this was, according to my EMA strategy, once this 21 EMA crossed the 55 here, which was on this candle, that was a sell signal. That doesn't mean it doesn't go up a little higher, which it did, but you can see what happened afterwards. Now, what are we getting right now? Let's go over to C. All right, so we're getting our rejection on the 200 EMA. We had on this candle right here, we crossed. So this candle here was our sell signal. Again, it could go up a little bit higher first, but it does seem like we are going to be heading down. And you can see over here, once it did that, once we broke that 200 EMA over here, we never broke back above it until wave 2. So expect wave 2 to get back above the 200 if we get there. I hope this is making sense to you guys. Let's take a look at, and thank you for all of those, less than half of you that had took a second out, smashed the likes. I appreciate it. So we're looking at this breakdown too. Same thing, guys. We talked about how will this be invalidated? Well, if we break back above inside this trend line here, which today would be around 48.8, tomorrow would be around 49.1, so on and so forth. If we break back above this and close the daily, open and close the daily above it, then that will invalidate this count. Then we'll have to relook. But as of right now, everything seems to be playing out beautifully. As you guys know, we were watching this in the RSI, and it also is playing out pretty damn exact. So just like over here, the bottom of one wave, you can see here, broke down through the bottom of the triangle. The next should break up, get everybody bullish again, wave 2, and then get 3 down. So again, I hope this is making sense to you guys. Let's go over to, so in the big picture, like I've been talking about, on the ABC down does not mean we go directly down, guys. There's lots of waves within waves. We could see something like this. We could get, the B wave could end up looking like this, and then our continuation down. If that happens, we could go as low as 9,500. So we've talked about that plenty on this channel. And here is Prime XBT. If you haven't ever used it, actually, there's some huge news coming for Prime. I will be telling you. They told me about it, but I can't tell anyone yet. But anyways, you could trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, SP, Dow Jones, everything on one exchange. You can have multiple trades in. They don't trade against you. You don't get all the crazy stop hunts or crazy fake wicks and crap like that. But anyways, here's another look at the same thing. This is in the 4 hour. We had talked about this. We drew these lines in way back when, and pretty much identical. This fractal is eerily almost exact. So I don't know what else to say about that. As of right now, funding rate is favoring the bears a little bit. If you guys haven't already, please check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. There's a link down below. There's also a free Discord link down there. Great community, guys. Come check it out. A lot of great people in there. It's totally free. Also, oh, Boris, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. A lot of cool stuff on here. One of the things we just talked about a little bit about divergence. There's a divergence cheat sheet right here, and I'll show you what it is. It is a mouse pad, and for those of you new to trading, this helps out a lot to learn your divergence. It's one of the most confusing things to learn. So let's go into this macro chart, and we'll talk a little bit about what these white arcs are. These are the parabolic arcs. Once we break them, we confirm a bear market. You can see here, once we broke it, we confirmed a bear market. And one I want to point out about this in 2018. You see, we tested it a few times. Then when we broke, it was obvious. Same thing over here, guys. I drew the white one in. We got our first bounce off it, bounced up, and boom, fell off of it. We could, now, this blue line I drew in for the bulls, to give the bulls some credit here. One last line of support. If this blue line breaks, they have nothing to call bullish anymore. So as you can see over here, when we had that 2-wave, it rode that line. So what's probably going to happen here is we're going to have the 2-wave ride this line and then break down. That's what I'm looking for, guys. If anything changes, I will let you know. But so far, so good. Let's point out a few more things. People are always talking about it looks more like 2013. It does not to me. And plus, 2013, you could have literally moved the price of Bitcoin with $1 million easy. You can't do that anymore. It takes a lot more money to move it. So I don't know where everybody thinks all this money is going to come from. If institutions were really going to be buying in, they would already be buying in at these lows, these super low discount prices. Anyways, once we break through this is the Firefly TA bull market barrier. And as you can see, every time we break down through here, we break this, the bottom of the barrier, come back up, and we test this middle red line right there. You can see it back in 2014. And a lot of times it'll double touch like it did here in 2018. Touched that twice afterwards, but then continued on down. Back here in 2019, 2 touches, and then boom, back down. Had another touch, boom, way down. Same thing here. We've had almost 2 touches, but guys, that is pretty amazing how accurate that was. We hit it and got our drop. So anyways, if we do come back down to test the bottom of this trend line, that's going to be around that 9,500 zone. The longer it takes, the higher we go. What else we got here? This is the dollar. Relna Jackson, really appreciate your work. Thanks for being a great teacher. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And that's one thing I want to point out. I'm not here to tell you guys when to buy, when to sell, when to long, when to short. I'm here to show you how I read the charts, and hopefully that helps some of you out. I do tell you what my trades are, where my trades are. I still have 50% of my gains in that short from 51.1. I was averaging in, laddering in that short for days, and ended up averaging about 51.1. We had our drop at 44 yesterday. I told you guys in the video, I took out my initial capital plus 50% profit. I left 50% of the profit in there. 50% of my gains in there. I'm still in that trade. If you didn't see yesterday's video, I explain it more. I'm not going to go through it again. For those of you that watch the videos, I'm not going to make you go through it all again. But anyways, Let's see. So every time this is the dollar index overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. This top trend line, every time the dollar bottoms on it, Bitcoin tops. Every time the dollar bottoms on this, Bitcoin tops. Every time the dollar tops on this trend line, Bitcoin bottoms. As you guys know, I'm very bullish on the dollar. The dollar is looking extremely bullish, and I've been talking about it for a while to get this bounce, guys, and we are getting it. That is not good for Bitcoin. The Dow's taking another hit today. Gold, you guys know my feelings on gold. They haven't changed. Silver, same thing, haven't changed. Anyways, that's it for today. I appreciate you guys stopping in, and I'll answer a couple questions in the chat before I go, because I do appreciate you guys. But like I said, I'm very busy right now. We got a lot going on. Me and my wife, she's been doing a lot of stuff. I need to get some stuff done to help her out today. So let me get some of this stuff off here. Thanks, Savvy, for opening my eyes. You make me understand charts. Love from Germany. Right on, man. Savvy, bear market targets for Ethereum, best or worst case. Best case for bear market for Ethereum is around 13.9 to 1400. Worst case, probably about $300. Depending on what Bitcoin does, guys. And I know a lot of people are gonna say these numbers are impossible. Well, in 2018, everything was impossible then too, and you see what happened. Savvy with 2 quality calls of both tops. Ask for no money for that. Total legend. Thanks, Craig. Check mine out, man. Question of a triangle bounce. Blah, blah, blah. Better luck inside. Damn, thanks, brother. I appreciate the support. Hell of a super chat. It didn't even ask a question. Wow. That's amazing. Moonboy, just call Savvy. Thanks, Savvy. Great and real information. And thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys that have been joining the membership too. I really hope I can do some member videos while I'm up there this weekend. But if not, I promise you I will get back to them next week. Ninja Killer, thank you for the super chat. Moonboy's been real quiet since Monday. That's what usually happens. Same thing happened up here, guys. Same sentiment. Everybody telling everyone to buy the dip here. Buy the dip here, and then they were geniuses, and then oh no, buy the dip here, buy the dip here, buy the dip here, buy the dip here. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Hot Wings, thank you for the super chat. You know you've done your job when people who chart feel validated after watching your videos. You've taught us well, man. Thanks. That's awesome to hear. I really do. It makes me feel good to know that people are actually learning from this. And again, I'm not here to make calls, guys. I'm here to hopefully help you understand charts a little better and to try to weed out the noise and the news and the hype and all that crap and just focus on the charts. I forget his name, but he used to, back in the 20s, I believe it was, cannot remember his name, but he said, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Everything's in the charts. I truly believe that. Ink Your Image, that's my wife, guys. If you guys didn't know, make sure you check out her page. She's in here watching you. But she said look at your super chats. I did look at my super chats, and I thanked them for my super chats. So anyways, again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and if I get good Wi-Fi, I'll see you throughout the weekend too. But if not, I'll at least see you tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Take it easy, and have a great day.